Hey, it's me, Dr. Daniel from drdaniel.com, and I wanted to create this quick video talking about hormone imbalance. So many of my patients actually come to me because of hormone imbalance symptoms. They contact me via email, or sometimes they come to me via Facebook or Instagram, and then literally they walk into my office and they'll have these symptoms, right, of hormone issues, and they don't know what's causing it. And so, like I say, the first step is to test, right? We shouldn't guess. But in this video, I want to talk about the right types of testing in order for you to really figure out your problem. Now, to begin with, what are the symptoms of hormone imbalances? Well, they're vast. I mean, there are so many different types of symptoms. Things like tender breasts, you could have fibrocystic breasts, there's weight gain, especially in the abdomen or inside of the thighs or even under the arms, right? So that type of weight gain. Decreased libido, so not wanting to have sex or not having wanting to have a sexual encounter, right, with your partner. Mood swings, so irritability, PMS, depression, anxiety, low energy. That's a really big one. Irregular cycles, of course, heavy bleeding or missing periods. Thyroid dysfunction, right? That by itself is a signal of hormone imbalance, and it may not even be just the thyroid. There could be a whole list of things that are contributing to that. Like I said, fibroids, endometriosis, even things like gallbladder disease or liver dysfunction or your inability to detox. So these are all symptoms of hormone imbalance. Now, what are the different types of tests that you can get done? Most people that have had symptoms have gone to their doctor, and their conventional medical doctor will order usually routine blood chemistry, right? So there's blood testing for hormones, there's also saliva testing for hormones, and then there's urine testing. Now, all three of those are appropriate, but they give you different information. And so if you've never had all three done, or if you didn't have the right type of test done, then you're missing a lot of information to be able to come up with an accurate diagnosis that would then, of course, lead to the best treatment possible for you. So for instance, blood, right, serum, when they take out your blood to measure testosterone or sex hormone, any sex hormone like estrogen, blood is going to tell you how much inactive hormone is circulating in your body. So it's what we would call bound hormone that's circulating throughout your blood. This is important because bound hormone does not actually turn on the tissue. It doesn't signal to the cells to do something. It's bound. In order to figure out how much free or active hormone you have, you would have to do a saliva test. So saliva testing tells you how much active hormone. Now, this is why it's important. Let's use testosterone as an example. You could have normal bound or inactive testosterone levels from your blood, but then when you look at saliva, you could actually have really low active testosterone. So even though your bound hormone was normal, a lot of doctors could look at that and say, oh, you have normal testosterone, even though you showed up to be low. The opposite could be true. You could have a woman who's having signs of what we would call estrogen dominance, right? She's going crazy. She feels like she's going crazy. And she gets a blood test done. Again, her estrogen levels look normal, but on the saliva test, it could actually be really, really high. So this is where it's important to be able to tease out and get the right type of testing done. Taking that a step further, hormones in our body could also be in the form of what we would call metabolites. And measuring metabolites is another piece of the puzzle, and you would get that through urine. So not only do you want to look to see, is your body producing hormone? How much bound or inactive hormone do you have? How much active or unbound hormone do you have? But how are you processing all that? Right? How are you breaking all that down? And that's what the metabolites tells you. It's also important, again, because you could have normal bound and unbound, right? Normal from blood, normal from saliva, but really high metabolites. And if that's the case, metabolites can actually act like regular hormone, and they can be stimulating your tissues. And if you never had that done, then you're missing, again, a big part of the puzzle. So, the reason why so many people go to the doctor and get told that there's nothing wrong with them is, generally speaking, they didn't get the right test done. Another thing is that people will get told, yeah, you do have hormone imbalance, but because it wasn't comprehensive testing, they're given the wrong diagnosis, and then that, of course, leads to the wrong treatment, and that's why they may feel like they're not actually getting better. So if you're having hormone issues, right, if you're struggling with some kind of problem that you know is related to your hormones and you've tried treatment and it's not working, or maybe you haven't had anything done, then make sure that you get the right testing in order to figure out what's actually happening so you can get the right results. I hope that made sense. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not following me already, check me out on Instagram at Dr. Daniel DC, or you can visit me on Facebook at /Ask Dr. Daniel DC. Again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you at the next video.